get our program underway. My name is Lesley, Nori's daughter, and on behalf of my mother and myself, I cannot express how happy we are to have you all here today to celebrate my father's life. We have family, we have friends, we have Celtic folk followers, we have former Gaels, and we have amazing musicians here to share some memories with you tonight. So, we are going to get underway. In a moment, we're going to have Mr. Pat Garvey, who's one of the Gaels, a very talented musician, sing a few songs for us. But before that, I am going to, and she's probably ready to wring my neck, I'm going to bring my best friend, Margaret Kavinga, up on stage, who's known my father since she was 15 years old. And we had some adventures together. So I think she is going to do my dad some justice and share a few stories of what we got up to when we were little. So, Margaret, up you come.
Woo!
Hi, I'm Margaret. I've been Lesley's best friend for over 25 years. And I have to say, I hate public speaking more than anything in the world. But for Lesley and for her father, I am more than happy to do it. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to tell you a few stories about us growing up, and to also just say thank you to Mr. Arnott for everything he's done for us. Thank you, Mr. Arnott, for always being concerned with Lesley's and my health. It started in high school. Mr. Arnott always insisted that we each wear a hat when it was cold out. On one occasion, Lesley and I were running off to somewhere, most likely sneaking off to somewhere, and he stopped us and asked, "Where's your hat?" I'm like, oh gosh, here it goes. We tried to play it off as though we didn't need one, but he gave us a long lecture about how important it was to wear a hat or you would get a cold. And when we told him we didn't have one, he then pulled out two of the ugliest hats. They were bright red and blue with this huge pom-pom on top. We were 17, there was no way we were watching wearing these hats. So I don't think I ever realized how uncool they were, and we kind of slipped away and went on. Thank you, Mr. Arnott, for trusting me to drive your daughter around when we were spoiled, rotten teenagers. When I was 17, I got into a very bad car accident. It wasn't too far from Lesley's house. I called Lesley, and she and her father were there within minutes. Mr. Arnott kept telling me everything was going to be okay, and he was so reassuring. I remember standing in the median, upset about the accident and terrified about having to tell my father. I was also really upset that I had lost my eyeglasses. I mean, back in the 80s, they cost a fortune, and I think he would have killed me more for losing the glasses than wrecking the car. A while later, Mr. Arnott came over with something in his hands. He was holding my glasses. He had gone out searching for them. He had them there. He had found them 3 lanes away in the middle of traffic. He was so ridiculously happy and excited that he found them, and they were in perfect shape. I mean, he was so happy you would have thought he'd found a pot of gold. He could make me laugh even in the middle of turmoil, and he was the savior of my eyeglasses. Thank you, Mr. Arnott, for always picking us up after hockey games at the Capitol Center. Lesley and I were big hockey fans, and we would go all the time, and Mr. Arnott was kind enough to always pick us up afterwards. But this was no easy task, because after the game, all the traffic lanes became exit lanes. So he had to fight past 18,000 people in the arena. It was worse than salmon fishing, swimming upstream. As we got into the car, you'd always have some harrowing tale of survival, and how he had to go through to pick us up. But he was always there, and he never let us down. Thank you for always being a hockey fan. Even though he wouldn't hesitate to tell us how bad our favorite players were, or who was a weak link on our favorite team, I always enjoyed talking hockey with him. He cheered us up. He cheered with us and never rubbed it in too much when our team would lose. He also was the only person in the world who would alter a signed Wayne Gretzky poster because Gretzky misspelled Lesley's name.
True story.
Thank you for being a drinking buddy. One of my favorite memories of Vegas is doing several, if not many, shots of vodka with Lesley right before he walked her down the aisle. I may not have been his daughter, but whenever I was with him, he always treated me as part of the family. I feel blessed that I was there in the end and was able to thank him for always watching over us, and also to let him know that I will watch over his daughter and I'll always be there for her. Now, I have a poem to read that a dear, dear friend sent to me. Our lives go on without you, but nothing is the same. We have to hide our heartache when someone speaks your name. Sad are the hearts that love you, silent the tears that fall, and living on without you is the hardest part of all. You did so many things for us, and your heart was true and kind, and when we needed someone, we could always count on you. The special years would not return when we were all together, but with the love in all our hearts, you walk with us forever. Thank you.